Yo, what do you do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, back with you with another new chapter of Maker DxD. And sorry I left you guys on one hell of a cliffhanger. After re-listening to that of the chapter, and I kind of realized even I was pretty cruel there. So I'm giving you guys another chapter. At least this one will end the year off as well. So let's go through that of a quick recap. After a few days have now passed since Leon found out about the truth of the supernatural and also about certain other things as well, he decided to train himself with that of his new sacred gear, as he already had that of a basic training regiment, but with his sacred gears, he now has to improve it a little bit. But it also helped him out in another way as well, especially given that making his blades, he actually feels a lot more cheerful, finding out that he's not truly alone, even though some people would say making monsters to be your friends is kind of pathetic after all. Also, during this time, he found out that that Issei Hayato, leader of the perverted trio, had a girlfriend. Not wanting to get involved with that dumpster fire of a mess, he decided to just keep his head down like he always does. But also during this time, he also but on the next day after, he found out that nobody remembers Hayato's girlfriend, which made it even more curious, especially that his sacred gear found, and that he was able to sense both Issei's sacred gear and possibly that he was turned into a devil as well. Not only that, on that day as well, Tsubaki tried to convince Leon to join Sona's peerage, once again, even explaining her dream that she wanted to make that of a raiding game school for reincarnated devils and low-class devils that aren't from that of the pillar houses. But even hearing that and telling that it's a noble dream, she's not really a perfect student council president. She may be popular with the student body because of her looks and possibly her devil physiology after all, but other than that, as a student council president, it's basically her devil ideology and her devil morals that basically is hated among that of the clubs of Kuo. Even possibly her being vice president during Leon's first year at Kuo is what caused a lot of students to drop out of Kuo and basically move to different schools instead, not doing anything about the perverted trio after all, especially since it was all because of Issei and his sacred gear due to the other devil that also runs Kuo Academy. Because of now knowing how Leon feels, Tsubaki telling Sona this, especially given that she really does want to help Leon, but doing it more as an obligation as a student council president, then finding out that she just generally wants to help Leon. As for Leon, as he was about to do another training session, he was soon attacked by a fallen angel. Not the same one as before, but a different one, and that of a Gothic Lolita dress, as this one is determined to make sure that he stays dead. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Chapter 5, I'm Not Weak. The same time that Leon and his blades are facing against that of Mittelt. However, on the other side of town, at the park, where Issei went on his very first date with his very first girlfriend, Yuma, he's soon stalked and attacked by another figure, as this figure also being a fallen angel. However, he's wearing that of a gray trench coat, a black fedora, and he looking like he's at least in his late 20s to mid 30s actually, as he looking like he has that of a feral grin on his face, with Issei completely and utterly in fear, with then Issei stepping back a few times and wondering what's going to happen to him. Within soon saying, it looks like your master hasn't arrived yet. I'm guessing you're a stray then. Well, I guess I better do my job and eradicate creatures like you from roaming this world any longer. With then Issei freaking out saying, what's going on? What's going on? I gotta get out of here. I gotta. With then, as he tries running as fast as he can, however, he's soon stabbed in the back. Within, coughing out blood, seeing as of the blue construct spear basically stabbed it, basically pointing out of him in his front. Within, soon going down to his knees as soon the light spear disappears. Within, soon the man known as Donasek spoken up saying, such a waste. Even for a stray devil, I thought for sure you would at least show a fight. Now to think about it, you didn't even transform or basically mutate like how normal stray devils do. Wait, could he be? Within soon, as something was sent flying towards him, he soon dodges out of the way before he could hit him. However, then soon a blur comes straight at him as he materializes another light spear and blocks that of the attack, as it being that of a young man with blue hair and a mole under his right eye, as he wields that of two swords. Within, Donasek basically in that of a deadlock against that of the twin sword wielding young man, as he knocks him back before somebody coming towards him as they were as it being that of a little girl with that of light blue of white hair, amber eyes, and has that of a cat hair clip in her hair, as she's quite short as well, as she soon slams her fist into the ground as well, creating that of a massive crater. Within, the Donasek flying up, as soon getting a bit better look at his key attackers. Within, a girl with that of a buxom and quite curvaceous figure, with that of crimson red hair and light and baby blue eyes, having that of a menacing smile, as this being the first great lady of Kuo Academy, Rias Grimmery, and the other owner of Kuo, besides Sona. Within, soon, Donasek saying, crimson red hair, and the power of destruction. You must be Rias Grimmery, if I'm guessing. And Rias, having that of a somewhat caring tone, however, her smile and her eyes say otherwise, saying, and you're a fallen angel on my territory, also attacking one of my precious servants. I'll let you know this. You're on my territory. So, I hope you have a valid good reason on why you're here. But then Donasek, already aware on why he's here, and already aware of the territory, he begins to basically play that of a well-placed lie, saying, sorry, my lady, I didn't know that this was your territory. I was only here to eliminate that of stray devils, and I thought that young man down there was a stray since he didn't have a master on him. Now that I know he's your servant, well, I'll make sure... allow me to apologize for my misconception. With this, as he bows his head while also keeping his fedora on his head, saying, then I hope you know this. You better leave my territory now, or you'll regret it. Saying, of course. Within, flying off into the distance. Within, soon thinking to himself, shit. Fucking shit. I almost got close to eradicating that worthless devil. And if I recall, that's the same devil, that's the same brat that Rainer was supposed to eliminate. Why the hell is he... And yet she didn't make sure that he wasn't being capable of being reincarnated? Damn her! Why would Azazel, of all people, make her in charge? It makes no damn sense. It's like I'm surrounded by imbeciles and fools. Ugh. Once that damn girl shows up, we'll be able to finish this mission, and I'll be able to head back to HQ and get away from the stupidity of these damn women. Now that I think about it, Kaliner has been acting quite differently lately. She seems a lot more distant. Not only that, it almost last time I saw her, it almost sounded like she was speaking to somebody before just shoving off that she has no idea what I'm talking about. What is she up to? If she could be, I wonder, maybe she's a traitor. I just need the perfect opportunity and evidence to show that of the Lord Azazel and the higher-ups. And then, most likely, I can grow stronger from that. They'll gain me more power where I can finally grow that of another set of wings. Maybe this mission wasn't so bad after all. After saying that and heading back to the church, back with that of Rias and everyone else, they soon get that of Issei, as then Rias teleports her and him back to that of his place actually, where she would be able to heal him. With then soon a black-haired girl having her eyes closed, with that of a pretty curvy figure as well. However, her boobs are way bigger than they should be, and that of a teenage girl, as she can help but say, Rias expected him to actually come to her, didn't she? With then soon, so the blonde young man, otherwise known as Yuto Kiba, dematerializes the swords in his hands as he still has that of a smile on his face, saying, most definitely. With then soon, the white-haired girl, with that of the bland and basically neutral expression on her face, as this being Konoko Taojo, as she finally speaks up saying, she reads too much manga. With then, hearing that from their shortest member, and youngest member too, they both Kiba and Akino couldn't help but laugh, with both of them just giggling to themselves, realizing that Konoko is actually telling the truth there, and that is a known fact that Rias reads too much manga. Most definitely, she believed that Issei would basically search for answers, but probably go to her, believing that she's the one with answers, given that she was the one that reincarnated him. However, she didn't expect that he would have believed that he was basically dreaming or hallucinating that of Rias after all. Given that this is still fucking Issei Hayato, a damn pervert to the very end, and never believed that he would be that goddamn lucky, even though the bastard is literally luck and fucking carnate. Back with Leon and his blades faced against Mittelt, the battle between the two continued to rage on, as currently Percival is now putting Mittelt on that to the back foot, as she tries to hit, Percival multiple times. However, he dodges, counters, and also attacks back as well, as Mittelt goes for another thrust. Within, Percival dodges, using that of his sheath. He basically knocks back that of the light spear. With then, she now having the light spear basically raised up to the air, she having a pissed off look on her. But then Percival seeing the perfect opportunity, saying, "You're done," as he goes for that of a downward slash. Within soon, she raising up her leg, as then stopping that of the sword with that of her foot. But even though it cuts right through that of her shoe, within blood begins to spew as she soon winces in pain, creating that of another light spear, and then stabbing it in Percival's right shoulder on that of her left side. With then Percival wincing in pain and feeling the crack into that of his skin, his armored skin. Within, Mittelt actually couldn't help but have that of a feral grin on her face. However, that grin was basically, short for only a short term. Within soon, she was basically stabbed into the back by that of Peru, as Mittelt actually couldn't help but gasp in pain, with that of a little bit of blood coming out of her mouth, off the corners of her mouth as well. With then Peru having that of a serious and quite angered look on her face. Within soon, Mittelt also switching from that of intense pain into that of a look of immense fury. Within soon, pulling out that of her other light spear. Within soon, kicking that of Percival away, getting out of that of the stab, before then swinging her other light spear into that of Peru. within Peru, basically blocking the attack with that of her spear, as the two begin to clash over and over, as both of them are moving too quick for anybody to see. However, Leon, on the other hand, is having a hard time seeing it, but he's able to at least be able to keep up a little bit, enough to continue making strategy and tactics, within telling Dahlia to heal up Percival, with then Dahlia throwing that of her blitz spear towards that of Percival, as Newt is still right beside that of Leon, as Leon continues giving out orders. However, instead of saying them out loud, he gives them mentally, as during their sparring sessions, he found out that he can actually besides them talking to him inside of his head, he can also basically contact with them when they're materialized outside of the world as well, giving him giving them orders and commands that they can follow perfectly without him giving himself away. During his sparring sessions, he was trying to find perfect ways for them to react as soon as possible, but thinking that there would be a delay, and little did he know there was. At least that's of a good 3-second delay before they can gain orders, especially if he orders too many of his blades at the exact same time. This delay continues from 3 seconds to 6 to 9 to 12. If he commands too many blades at the exact same time, hopefully it will be improved. Hopefully he'd be able to improve this delay, where there wouldn't be anyone at all, where he can give out commands without any time dilations. But even so, he has to work with what he has to work with. Within soon, seeing that Percival is now fully healed, within preparing that of his chrome katana once again, saying, "I will jump back into the fray," as he soon rushes back to face against that of Mittelt. Within, Leon couldn't help but smile, seeing on how well they're doing, as he thought that facing against that of a supernatural being, like that of a fallen angel, possibly a devil, or maybe other creatures as well, would have been a lot more harder, tougher as well. But unfortunately, it seems that he was basically worried for nothing now. He doesn't know much about the hierarchy when it comes to that of the fallen angels, devils, and angels, but he believed that they would be a lot more stronger than he was. But I'm guessing he overestimated or overcalculated, for possibly there are some fallen angels that are weaker than he is, and possibly on the same level as that of a human, but can't be a little bit too cocky. Within soon, Newt mentally, telepathically asking a question to Leon, saying, "Commander, do you not want to step into the battle?" Saying, "No need. The commander doesn't need to basically risk himself if he doesn't need to. I'll fight when I can, but if I can get the perfect opening, I'll strike them down. But for now, I want to keep Percival in Peru. Need to keep her distracted. They're dealing some damage to her, I can tell, but I can also see, as he looks closer at her, even though they're still moving quite quick and fast for themselves, he can still see that she's taking quite a bit of damage from their attacks, from that of her leg and also from her back as well. With then saying, she's durable, way too durable. I guess that's what happens when you're basically a supernatural creature. Her durability must be a lot more stronger than a normal human being. Even after being slashed into the foot and being stabbed in the back, she's still able to stand her ground even so. But I'm not going to let that slide after all. I'll take her. I just need for the perfect opportunity. And with those two working together, they'll make it. But in case I need to, well, within soon putting that of Godfrey on that to the standby in case he needs extra defense, or in case Godfrey can basically slam her into the ground, stumbling her, allowing him to deal the final blow. But until then, he needs to make sure to keep them to just keep his hand in his car, keep his hand hidden, and not show everything out all right from the beginning. However, Little did Leon know that he still has a bit of an audience, as Momo and Ryuka is still basically seeing the battle unfold, seeing the abilities of Leon's monsters, the power of his sacred gear, Annihilation Maker. With Momo completely, utterly shocked seeing how powerful this sacred gear is, creating that of sentient monsters with weapons and battle tactics as well. To be honest, she didn't really think much of Leon and his sacred gear. I mean, she was aware that their vice president Shinra always had a crush on Leon. Originally, she did have a crush on that of Yuto back then when they first met, when he joined that of Riaz's Pirish about that of 3 years ago. However, when Leon came to Kuo Academy, she was basically obsessed with being around him and wanting to know him. She didn't think much about it. Originally thinking that their president was basically a love-struck girl that basically falls in love with anybody, just moves on soon after. But maybe there was something about that of Leon, but she still wants to hold her criticism given that he hasn't really stepped into battle, just allowing his monsters to do all the work. As for Yuka, she has a complete and total opposite opinion, seeing that Leon is so cool and amazing. As Ryukai basically is a huge, energetic and basically bubbly girl, always basically moving around and trying to have fun, especially when she met Leon and got close with quite a bit of people in Kuo Academy enjoying Sona's peerage. She's also a huge, game fan. She's also a huge game fan after all. She plays video games quite a bit when she used to be younger, and plays them time to time as that of a hobby, mainly at home, because if she plays any games while she's doing student council work, let's just say Sona would basically punish her. And she's not really a big fan of Sona's punishments after all, remembering Sona's punishment being that of a certain behind after all. But that aside, she sees on what Leon is trying to do. Looking at that of the samurai being Percival, she couldn't help but realize that he's supposed to be that of the tank. He was the first one to step up first, the first one to fight, and the first one to keep that of the fallen angel on the defensive after all. Not only that, there are only a few times when she was able to land hits on that of the samurai, such as that other one when she basically took damage just to hit him again. Not only that, there's also that tan-skinned woman. As looking at that of Peru, she couldn't help but feel somewhat the urge of jealousy for some reason. Putting that aside, she realized that Peru was supposed to be the DPS, one made to deal damage and get openings in, while she's focusing on that of the tank, which is the most likely the samurai guy. Not only that, she also saw that he was healed, most likely by that of the beast lady, which again she really wants to ask if Leon has a bit of a certain fetish after all, but not wanting to say anything about that, at least not yet. At least if they get the perfect opportunity to ask. But finding out that she's basically been healing this whole entire time, as she does see that both blades, or rather both Leon's monsters, do get hit from time to time from the fallen angel. A few scratches, but soon after they continue to get, once they step back, they get healed up pretty quickly, which is most likely coming from her. If anything, Leon has the perfect formation, as he's basically in the center, keeping an eye on the perfect opportunity to strike, alongside that of that other blade with the massive arms. Because of this, Leon basically has all of his bases covered. Even if she comes straight at him, he'll be protected and guarded. Most likely, he might have something up his sleeve. Hopefully. I mean, if I recall, this ain't even all of his other monsters. with then Ryoka still looking, but then clenching her fist on behind that of a tree, saying, "But what if we find the perfect opportunity? I want to help out. I want to help and save him too. If I can help out too, I'll do it." With Ryoka having that of a determination, with then back into the battle. Soon, Mid-Elf was basically sent flying by the two blades attacks colliding together. Within soon, she basically going down to her knees, and that's of frustration and annoyance. With then, she couldn't help but get annoyed, saying, damn you fucking freaks!" With Percival preparing his sword, basically steps onto the ground with that of a clack of his armored sandals, preparing his katana. Within, Peru, still preparing her spear, spins it before pointing it straight back at Mid-Elf. Within, she couldn't help but say, "Screw this bullshit." Within, looking straight at Leon, saying, "I'm going to go. My job is only to kill the damn bastard. I'm going to end this right here and now." Flying up high and up into the air, with then soon seeing what she's about to do, he couldn't help but basically grit his teeth, saying, "Figures as much. She's pretty predictable." Within soon channeling that of a powerful light spear, as the pink spear becomes a lot more deadlier, with the edges going all the way down, somewhat farther down to that of the grip of the spear, as there are a lot more spikes on the tip as well. But then saying, "I hope you can dodge this time, you worthless damn human!" Within throwing the spear as it basically creates that of a small shockwave. Within it's going pretty damn far. However, in that of a blink of an eye, soon Godfrey comes out, brings out his ice hammer. Before then, a massive spike ice shield comes up in front of him, saying, "Here's my shield of justice!" With then blocking that of the massive light spear. With then soon Mid-Elf couldn't help but be completely and utterly shocked, as then seeing the perfect opportunity, Leon mentally saying, "Newt, now!" Saying, "Understood, Commander." Within giving Leon that of her chrome katana, as then unsheathing that of the flaming blade. With then soon grab with both her massive arms, she soon throws Leon up into the air at high speeds. With then even past that of Godfrey. Within soon focusing his mind and the perfect opportunity to slash at Mid-Elf. Within soon, with one solitary unsheathing of his chrome katana, slicing her right on the edge of her on the left side of her torso. Within, a bit of blood begins to spill from that side as he begins to fall down from the ground. Before then, soon, Peru jumps up into the air and catches Leon, saying, "I got you, master." Saying, "Thanks for the catch, Peru." As then, Mid-Elf basically wincing and going in agony and pain, falling to the ground. Within, clutching onto that of her bloody wound. With then, soon looking at her attackers, especially the human that basically cut her. And she couldn't help but have that of a snarling look of a rabid animal in pain. With saying, you damn bastard. You damn human. How dare you?" With then, soon, getting out of Peru's arms, walking over to that of the down-fallen angel. Within saying, "You fall. I was a little bit worried, to be honest. That last light spear you tried to throw at me, did move pretty damn fast. If I thought any less of a second, I would have been dead and skewered on the spot. So, to be honest, you fallen angels really are something scary. And if other supernatural beings are like you, somebody who seems to be on the weaker side of things, of the pyramid, then possibly I better make sure to to continue my training regimen and get a little bit stronger, especially on my sense of perception alongside my senses as well. So for this, I have to thank you with then saying, thanking me? You're thanking me for kicking my ass? You godforsaken humans, go to hell! With then saying, don't you live in hell by any chance? With then soon she's saying, oh, fuck you! Seriously, if I knew that you had a fucking sacred gear that allows you to summon monsters, I would have brought over those damn other priests to help me out. Seriously, what does Lord Azazel seeing you damn humans with sacred gears? It sickens me. With then soon Leon actually raising an eyebrow and that of curiosity, saying, Lord Azazel? Who's that? With then saying, none of your business, you worthless human. You don't know the right. You don't have the right to know on who the great Lord Azazel is. With then Peru pointing that of her spear alongside that of what Percival and his katana, and even that of Newt and her katana as Leon gave it back to her, basically point their blades straight at her. As soon Mittelt actually feeling the fear as she can already tell that they will not take any disrespect towards their creator. With then saying, all right guys, knock it off, at least for now. I need answers and information on why she just tried to attack me again. And within soon, both of them basically raise up their weapons, however, still put them on that of the ready. Within soon, Momo, alongside that of Ryukai, finally come out of their hiding spots. With Ryukai, couldn't help but say that Leon was so cool. He's so awesome. As for Momo, her opinion of the half African American, half Japanese young man has actually changed quite a bit. Believing that he was basically a coward that allowed his monsters to do all the fighting, especially since that's what Annihilation Maker, his sacred gear, one of the strongest sacred gears, allows him to create that of a full-on army by his side and allow them to do all the hard work while he just sits on the sidelines basically doing nothing, and yet he would get all the credit. But instead, he decided to help and fight back, even waited for not only that, he even waited for the perfect opportunity to see an opening and took it. He didn't waste any moment whatsoever. It's like he planned this from the very beginning. If I knew that he was this smarter, I should have realized that. But he did say that he was one of the smartest smartest people in that of the second years. But I didn't really believe it. Now maybe there actually is beliefs into believing that he's actually one of the smartest second years in Kuo. Possibly even smarter than that of Kiba-kun. But then began to blush as then Momo basically shaking her head as she is a true believer of the Kiba fan club after all, and believe that he is the true boy and true prince of Kuo Academy. But that doubt is now starting to set, and she doesn't know it yet. With then soon Leon noticing Nomura-san, Hanake-senpai, the hell are you two doing here? With then realizing you two were basically spying on me too. With then soon Ryukai basically bowing her head saying, sorry senpai, we didn't mean to. President Sona actually asked us to check on you, so we were a little worried. Within soon Momo bowing her head, but not to the same degree as forgiveness as Ryuka, saying, please allow us to apologize. We were just following orders from that of Lady President after all. Nothing more, nothing less. But we were also planning to step in case things become hairy, and we were worried that you would get hurt. But now we had nothing to worry about at all. To be honest, I'm quite impressed a mere human was able to take down that of a fallen angel. Within soon, Leon couldn't help but raise an eyebrow behind his glasses, saying, why is that so surprising? I can tell she's basically a grunt level fallen angel. All she she didn't really know what she was doing. She was mainly on that defense. It's almost like she's never been in that of a true fight before. Within Sue, she's saying, "Oh, piss off, you piece of shit human," saying, "And there you go, you also underestimate me. You keep calling me a piece of shit human instead of calling me by my name or showing me any sign of respect. If you took me seriously from the very beginning, you wouldn't be in this situation to begin with." Within, she couldn't help but get annoyed and angry, especially being called out by that of a human, because Leon is basically fucking right. Within, soon, him sighing, saying, "Now, you're going to give me information. Why the hell you fallen angels keep on coming after to kill me when I haven't done anything to you guys? I was told that the supernatural would come after sacred gear users, but to this degree? Do you guys not have anything else to do?" Within, soon, Mittelt couldn't help but get annoyed, saying, "Shut up! Sacred gear users like you are nothing but a danger to us and for the Gogori. To us, you're basically nothing but ticking time bombs, ready to destroy any faction and anybody that gets in the way. You're scourges that need to be eliminated." With then hearing all of that, soon Ryukai couldn't help but say, "You shut up! Leon Senpai is nothing like that!" With Leon completely caught off guard by Ryukai's outbursts, as she continues saying, "He's kind, caring, and always helpful. Even when he's basically antisocial and doesn't like to talk to people that much or be around others, he still looks out for other people. You fallen angels know nothing about him at all, so you should just shut up." With then, soon, realize what she just said, she couldn't help but blush quite a bit. Within, Leon couldn't help but scratch the back of his head, while also scratching that of his cheek as well, saying, I really appreciate those words, Ryuka-san." Within, Sue actually blushing a bit as she also begins to blush. Within, Momo actually couldn't help but giggle a bit, seeing that, wanting to tease that of Ryuka, but now realizing that she needs information as well to give to that of Sona, and possibly even to that of Lady Rias as well. Within, saying, "So, you're only here because you were given orders by that of your higher-ups to kill Leon-kun. Do you believe that he would be that of a dangerous wielder?" Saying, "It was the orders given to us by Lord Azazel himself. No way, and we will carry them out." Within, saying, "That's strange. If I recall, Lord Azazel, or otherwise known as the Governor General of Gogori, is also known to be that of a sacred gear nut. If I recall from that of Lady Sona talking about the fallen angel leader, to be honest, the rumors about him gathering sacred gear users, and rather have them be parts of the Gogori more than just get rid of them." Within hearing that, Mittelt couldn't help but be shocked, saying, "Well, it's true, but so it doesn't make any sense on why somebody who takes an interest in sacred gear users would basically want a sacred gear user dead." Within hearing more information about the fallen angel leader, saying, so this Azazel guy truly is the leader. If I recall, in Christianity, Azazel was one of the original Seraphins. Before, if I recall in legend, he basically fell to earth for sins, after all, for humanly sins, to be honest. But I don't know the reason behind it. Even though I'm a history nut, I'm not a religious nut. I need to figure out more information when I get the chance, when I head back to the dorms, or possibly my place. But time in another place. With then soon saying, "Great, now I understand. Well, now that I know." Within soon saying, "Come on guys, let's get back." Within, Newt, Dahlia, Godfrey, Percival, and Peru all say yes. Within soon them dematerializing, as then Leon also walking off, as then Momo saying, Takumi-kun, where are you going?" Saying, "I'm going home. I still gotta do workout." even though that this was also a bit of a workout, but I need to still continue my training after all. With then Ryukai saying, but aren't you a little worried and scared? Don't you think you should come with us back to the school and talk to that of Lady President so we can keep you a lot more safe? Saying, like, I need to be safe. I've shown that I'm capable of handling myself. So you don't need to worry, and she doesn't need to worry either. With then soon Momo saying, you really think that you were able to take down one fallen angel a bit, but you had the help of your sacred gear to do so. But if you're under our jurisdiction and under our contract, then maybe you'll be well more protected. They wouldn't dare to attack you again. Saying, within soon, Leon stopping, saying, Hanake-senpai, I'm going to make this 100% clear. I don't plan on serving Sona. I don't plan on giving up my humanity unless I have a reason to. And after everything that I've seen for you devils, and especially on her dream of becoming that, trying to make her own school for devils in the underworld, I can respect that. But until she basically shows me that she can actually become a teacher, become a proper principal, dean, or headmaster of her own school by cleaning up her own act as student council president at Kuo, there's no way in hell I would ever trust her with anything. And not only that, I'm going to let you all know, just because you girls gave up your humanity and became devils, doesn't mean us humans are weak. With then, after saying that, having that of a serious look in his face, as his burning amber eyes actually have that of a glow in them, almost like shiny yellow topazes. With then, soon, both girls actually couldn't help but feel that pressure coming off of Leon, as it wasn't like demonic pressure that they're so used to, or that of the tainted holy light, that pressure that they felt from Mittelt, as this pressure feels different, almost feels unnatural. With then, soon, Leon no longer having that of a glaring look at the two girls, within soon walking away, as then he finally leaves that of the barrier. With then soon Mid-Elf actually also feeling that pressure, saying, he's no mere human. That guy is seriously no mere human. And also finding out that he has that of Annihilation Maker, one of the top strongest Longinuses, the third strongest Longinus. Seriously, the hell was it? Seriously, why didn't anybody know about this? Why didn't Lord Azazel know about this? Within soon realizing this, she soon seeing the perfect opportunity that both the devil girls are distracted, she creates that of a teleportation circle under her, as then soon Ryukai saying, wait, stop! With then soon Momo was about to create that of a magical barrier to disrupt that of the teleportation circle. Unfortunately, it was too late, as Minnow already disappeared when Momo already created that of the barrier. But then she couldn't help but, grit her teeth in that of annoyance, saying, damn it, we were too busy with that of Leon's pressure. That pressure, it was so weird. Within, soon she's saying, and so strong. It's like it was overwhelming me with that of his mere presence alone. With then soon Momo placing her hand at that of her really ample chest, within, almost like as her heart is beating, but not in that of fear. Well, there's a little bit of fear, but almost in that of excitement as well. And she doesn't know the reason why. As those eyes, they basically did shine that of a bit of fear. However, there was almost that of passion behind them too. Passion to want to continue getting stronger, in a way. As Momo looks at that of Ryukai, wondering if she's now afraid of her own crush. However, that's completely and utterly different, as her face is still completely red and flushed. Within, soon, seeing that, Ryukai is actually shaking, but then noticing something between her legs, then saying, "Oh my god, Ryukai, did you? No, I didn't piss myself. I think well, climaxed actually." With then saying, "Oh, gross, that is so gross. That power alone basically turned you on? This is disgusting. Come on. But first, you should also change your underwear." Saying, right. With then she's saying, "But part of me doesn't want to, but I don't want to show up in front of, well, Lady President like this." Using that of her devil magic to create that of a second pair of panties under her. With then heading back to that of Kuo Academy. As for Mid-Elf, she's basically on that of the steps in front of the church, huffing and that of pain, still feeling that of the wound that hasn't completely healed up just yet. As then she couldn't help but grit her teeth. But then soon a person speaks up saying, "There you are. So how'd it go?" With then soon seeing that of the same blue-haired woman from before, wearing that of the tight businesswoman outfit, being Kalorna, but saying, "How do you think it went? Seriously, if I knew that bastard had Annihilation Maker, I would have made sure to bring those priests." But then she's stopping, saying, "The boy has Annihilation Maker?" With then saying, "Yeah. Ugh, damn it. Seriously, and now that I think about it, it makes no damn sense on why Azazel basically sent a kill order for him. That damn Hayato brat, possibly. But with somebody with a sacred gear like his, it only doesn't make any damn sense now." Within saying, "Oh, speaking of that Hayato boy, turns out he was turned by a devil by Rias Grimory. So whatever the sacred gear he did have, it's now under the control of the devils." Because Rainer didn't make sure that he was dead, or that he didn't have any summoning sheets on him. Within, she's saying, "Of course the dumb bimbo didn't figure that out just yet. Great, just goddamn great. First, I get basically overwhelmed and stabbed and sliced a bit by that damn bastard, and now finding out that another sacred gear user's in the hands of the devils. Great." Lord Azazel isn't going to like this. Hell, part of me is even thinking that Lord Azazel never had any. But then soon, Kalender saying, "That's exactly the point. Lord Azazel never approved this mission." With then soon, hearing that from Kalender, she couldn't help but turn her head, saying, "What do you mean by?" With then soon stabbed into the chest, stabbed in that of her stomach. Within, Mid-Elf was completely and utterly shocked. But soon, she's saying, This mission was the complete and total fraud from the very beginning. So each and every one of us are traitors, but I refuse to be seen as one. I am loyal to Lord Azazel and Lord Azazel alone. And I refuse to allow that of Rainer's blinding love for that of Azazel to basically draw me down. So to make it easier on me, I was given an order by one of Lord Azazel's personal task force to keep an eye on you and to keep an eye on the rest of you and to find out the plan. Lucky for you, I finally understand the true plan to take a sacred gear from excommunicated nun Asi Argento. I was surprised that I was the only one that was kept in the loop, but you knew, didn't you, as well, Mid-Elf? Within, Mid-Elf's eyes widening more in shock as she begins coughing up more and more blood. Within, Kalender still continues saying, "That's why I will make sure once this is all done, I'll be free from this disgusting mission of ours. Don't worry, I'll make sure that your death is meaning something after all." After that, she soon removes that of her light spear. Within, soon, Mid-Elf trying to grab onto Kalarna. However, she soon just drops down to the ground before turning into that of a plume of feathers. Within, soon, bringing out that of her burner phone, as soon contacting that of the Sacred Hero Squad, saying, "It's been done. One of them has been finally taken out, Sir Georg." Within, saying, "Excellent, excellent. Also, I want to let you know, the target that was originally meant to be killed, one of the targets were killed, was reincarnated as a devil, while the other one, I found out what his sacred gear is." Saying, "Fortunate about the other one becoming a devil. Lord Azazel might not... Well, Lord Azazel won't complain about it. You win some, you lose some. But what about the sacred gear user that you were almost attempted to kill?" Saying that turns out his sacred gear is Annihilation Maker. That means he is this generation's king of monsters. Within hearing this, Georg couldn't help but actually laugh, saying, "Wow, this is interesting. Quite interesting indeed. If he joins Gogori, this could actually change the tide of the war, but I think that would be a problem though. It's bad enough that we have an entire squad of sacred gear users, especially we have that of three Longinus sacred gears, 4 if you count mine as well, being that of the true Longinus, dividing, Canis Lycion, and my dimension loss. Not to mention absolute demise as well. If we bring in that of a 6th sacred gear, well, who knows what will happen. The other factions would possibly see Azazel preparing for that of war, with that of multiple Longinuses, and even other pantheons would also see this as another preparement for war as well. It's a real shame, but maybe there's a way for Lord Azazel to keep in contact with him without him joining that of Gogori, but also keeping him away from the devils. Continue to keep an eye on him, and continue your mission to eliminate your comrades and those rogue priests. I've already made sure to eliminate at least several rogue priests that go out in town. Some of them plan on trying killing contractors for that of the devils here in the city. I made sure to eliminate them while they're heading there, and to make sure to clean up the bodies as well. So you have nothing to... Unfortunately, it's a slow in progress. I don't want to give up my cover after all. Within, Georg saying, "Understandable. However, there may be a way for us to get rid of all of them easily without causing too much of a trouble on your side." Within, she came up and say, "Sir?" Within, saying, I may have a plan. Wait at least a couple more days, and I'll give you the plan. Just take care, would you?" Within, hanging up. With soon, Kalendar can help but say, I'm betraying my friends to make sure I keep my allegiance to Gogori. To be honest, we were never really friends. Just a clique of us that just didn't want to continue being used by that of the higher-ups, or abused by those who are stronger than us. At least with this, I'll be able to move out of this group and find my own place. Within, soon, she thinks of Leon, saying, "So you're the wielder of Annihilation Maker. I knew there was something special about you, Leon Tamaki." And she couldn't help but smile as the night sky begins to finally set. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. And I hope you guys enjoyed this fight. Man, I will not lie. This is one battle I actually kind of enjoyed doing for the end of the year after all. So, thanks, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, to be honest. As for many other fanfics coming out, they're all standing strong and they're all going forward. However, in case you're wondering, I'm going to post a community post on that of stories I've decided to drop or I don't plan on doing in the future. Stories I was planning on doing in the future, I'm planning on not doing at all anymore. So look out for that. Any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to get to date my videos when I upload on the channel. Also, please check out my Discord. my gaming channel, my main channel, my other channel, my Patreon, and my Cash App. All linked in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leon Mookie signing out. Later, guys, and I hope you all take care.